from these lovely people. You can see them there. And yes, from this slightly ugly, hairy Englishman, but I have a good soul and a good heart. So I compensate with that, you know. Hi, it's me, 420 Chili Sash, and here are my two friends. You can see them. We got Mikejack and we got Jamie from Mikejack Eats Heat over in. Actually, where exactly are you right now, you two international super bunnies? Where are you speaking to us from? I'm in deepest, darkest Bavaria.
We're in London, but not the London. We're in the other London, Canada's London, in Ontario.
How could I describe these two beautiful people in front of me, apart from both of them being so much more beautiful than I am? Well, I would use terms like YouTube stars, reviewers, heat challenge enthusiasts. I would use terms like that, yeah? But you know, that's just me. Why don't you tell the lovely people exactly what it is you do?
Well, my name's Mikejack, and I'm a chili eater. I have 8 Guinness World Records for speed eating. 4 of them are for chili eating. I got to represent Canada in the first ever World Championship of chili eating, which was on the Netflix series We Are the Champions. And this is Jamie, my wife, and coach and manager. And yeah, we do lots of crazy stuff together on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, trying different sauces and different foods and just having a fun time. Ted Barris started at the screaming.
The fire-breathing idiot, wasn't it, Ted Barris, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
He's disappeared now. I haven't seen him for ages.
Yeah, I don't know. His channel did get taken down or something, and he was having like a lot of feuds with other YouTubers and stuff, and I don't know. But anyway,
I remember he got sick. He gave himself a hernia from eating a bunch of stuff. And I remember he ran a series of episodes where he was talking about his hernia mesh. That's some kind of operation you have to do when you have a hernia. You know, they put some kind of thing there to keep it in control. And then suddenly he wasn't there anymore. I was very sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, I watched his stuff. He had lots of cool stuff. He kind of paved the way for a lot of people doing stuff like what we're doing on social media and stuff like that. So
yeah, Ted put me in the hospital.
He put you in the hospital?
He put me in the hospital, that's right. This is why now I'm so happy that Mrs. 420... Actually, Jamie, this is a question I would like to ask you, to be honest. How do you keep him under control? My Mrs. 420, has to keep me the fuck under control, yeah? Ted Barris put me in the hospital because I saw Ted Barris do a challenge. Not really. I saw Ted Barris drop a Carolina Reaper in a bong and smoke it. And so I thought to myself, all right, well, if he can do that, then so can I. And next stop, hospital. Mrs. 420 keeps me under control. Yeah. Just this week, she completely forbid me from doing what I wanted to do with the Packy One Chip Challenge. Young Mike, I have questions about you and Packy One Chip Challenges coming up, may I add. But then I had an idea that why don't I take, because I am a reformed drug addict. I don't do drugs anymore, but however, I did in the past. And so every so often the worlds cross over. And last week it did in my mind. And I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I crushed up a Packy One Chip Challenge and tried to snort it like a line of Coke or something like that? And Mrs. 420 jumped in almost immediately and forbid me from doing that and hit me on the head. And it was extremely, extremely useful of her to do that. Do you need to do that with young Mike next to you there? Do you have to stop him sometimes?
Not really. Like, I guess we're a little bit like out of the norm for the chili community because I have heard stories where a lot of people have had previous addictions where, like, I guess we've been blessed that we haven't had that. So I guess we just don't have those triggers. At the very beginning, though, like I was just like, you know, his first couple challenges, he was throwing up, and I was like, "Oh, you can't do this! Like this is so bad." And then I was like, "Okay, if you want to keep doing it, you know, I'm a big advocate on research. So I was like, you need to research if there is, you know, repercussions for stuff like this." So he did that. I guess we're good for communication. Like if he wants to buy a large quantity of things, we talk about it and figure out how much it's going to cost, stuff like that.
So you don't have to. I mean, there was a lovely visual image created by Robert Downey Jr. When he formed his film company. He formed it with his wife. Yeah. And the image to me describes very well my relationship with Mrs. 420, because him and his wife run the company together, and they produced the Dr. Dolittle version that he did, if you remember that. Not the most successful movie, but an interesting film. Yeah. And the image is it's a silhouette image of what looks like a gentleman dressed in sort of colonial explorer clothing, you know, with the hat and all of that stuff, running off, and behind him a psychiatric nurse with a butterfly net running after him, trying to catch him. You see, and that would be a very good way to define the way that Mrs. 420 keeps me in order when it comes down to what we are doing day to day. So that's not something you need to do. You don't need to run after him with a butterfly net, really.
No.
Okay, I'm very impressed. Mike, well done. A much better brain than this stupid Englishman, clearly. But, you know, I wonder about what you do. I love what I do. I'm sure you do as well. I don't love all of it, though. I hate some of it, yeah? What do I love the most about what I do? Well, I have the great luck that I get to interact with really cool, interesting people, very creative people who just stimulate my mind, you know, make me feel lovely, yeah? And this is a really the thing I love the most. I love cooking hot sauce. I love being creative. I love doing all of that stuff, you know? And I love interacting with other people who are similar to me. On a negative side of it, though, especially like in the modern world, that involves me needing to use a lot of fucking technologies. And I am like a dinosaur. I guess I'm probably older than both of you guys. And I was one of those kids who, in the time when everyone wanted to play Super Mario Kart or Sega Mega Drive or whatever it was in my childhood, I just wasn't interested, you know, and that's the way I am now. And I have to learn how to do all kinds of technical things and digital things in order to do what I want to do. And if I'm honest, I hate doing that. I hate learning that. I don't want to learn any new skills, none at all. Just leave me with my old skills, you know. That's what I love and hate the most about what I do. I wonder about you over there. I mean, what is it you love the most about what you're doing? There's so much: YouTube, TikTok, and so on, Guinness World Records, speed eating, and yeah, and so on, you know. So what is it that you love the most about it? What is it that you hate the most about it?
Well, I guess I like setting up challenges and accomplishing them, I guess, is what I like the best. You know, seeing how far you can push yourself. You know, when you find you're good at something or find a talent, it's, you know, it's cool to push yourself and see how far you can go. And I guess what I don't like is kind of the aftermath of that, when you're kind of after you've eaten a lot of spicy chips or a whole bunch of peppers, and your gut is just twisted in knots, and you're just, you know, spending the majority of an evening just laying on the cold tiles in the bathroom floor, or, you know, hosing yourself down in the shower, sort of thing. I
was talking to a lovely German chili head recently, Edda the Ice Lady. If you don't know who she is, you should check her out. She's astonishingly good reviewer. And Edda and I came up with the equation to define exactly what you just said. That thing where you're lying on the floor in a fetal position, cold, sweating, and feeling awful. And then a couple days later, or a day later, you look back at the video and you're like, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, man. Edda and my equation was pain plus time equals funny story.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. Yeah.
Am I correct? You are the holder of 8 separate world records. Is that right?
Yeah, 8 Guinness World Records. Yeah, that's correct.
I've never met anyone with even 1 Guinness World Record before. You're like buses, Guinness World Record holders. There's none, and then suddenly 8 come at the same time.
So the first one I did was fastest time to eat 3 ghost peppers. And then I did most ghost peppers eaten in a minute, most ghost peppers eaten in 2 minutes, fastest time to eat 3 Carolina Reaper peppers, fastest time to eat a head of lettuce, fastest time to eat a banana without using your hands, most almonds eaten in a minute, and the most recent one was fastest time to drink 1 liter of tomato sauce with a straw.
People out there in television land, those of you who don't really interact too much with social media and YouTube and things like that, you watch it, you don't realize that some people do some really, really helpful things with these platforms. And I was really impressed by something that these 2 lovelies above me in Canada are up to right now, which was doing a little bit to help COVID relief in India. Via their output. Now, maybe you 2 could give the people an idea what that is, and if they can help, let them know how to help.
Yeah, I don't know. You want to talk about it, or should I, or what do you think?
You can talk about it.
Well, yeah, usually when I do a big challenge, I try to find a charity to support. And the last one I did it was Mikejack's Fiery Feast, and we decided to do it for Give India, which is helping India with their COVID relief, like you said, trying to get vaccines out there and stuff like that. And I guess there was a big demand for oxygen as well in India. In their hospitals, they were running out. So yeah, we did a thing on raising money on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube, and we raised it was just under $2,500 Canadian for that. So that was good.
Absolutely super.
Yeah. So
actually, Jamie.
Oh, yeah. We were like, okay, let's do this. And we're in, a financial situation where we were like, okay, let's match donations. So we were like, we'll match donations up to $1,000. And then my family has a small business, and they were like, okay, we'll match donations up to $1,000 as well. So then it was basically everybody's donation was tripled.
It's really super. And Give India, of course, are still running, I believe, their campaign to help relieve the suffering, the horrible suffering that's going on over there, which shouldn't be going on. And I think that if we're going to end today on one point, I think this is probably the best point for us to end on, because let's do something useful, shall we, with our time, which is very simple. All of you out there in television land, here's some links above me and below the lovely Canadians. Now, this is Give India, all right? Now, please, even if it's just a euro or $1 that you have spare, or maybe you have more, yeah? But if you got a little something and you can do a little something just to help, remember, these are people like you are people, like your mother is a person, like your brother is a person, like your sister is a person, and they really could do with your help. So jump on these links, do a little something good, all right? And I'd like to say from myself here and these 2 beautiful Canadians above me, ciao for now. Everybody, ciao for now.
Bye.
Ciao.